Hey guys, LunarSpawn27 here, and yes, the final chapters have come out. Granted, I already read them, so no live reactions. I'm sorry guys, but you're gonna get my review slash thoughts on these two chapters. Well, honestly, I kind of needed some time to comprehend over the fact that it's finally done. 15 years this series has been going for now 700 chapters. Granted, the anime is still ongoing, so it's not officially done yet. Plus, there's still the movie, which I'll talk about that a bit later. But yeah, Naruto's now done. Honestly, I can't believe that actually happened, but I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, and you know what? I'm kind of sad that it's done because I've been reading and reviewing the series on a weekly basis, well, as much as I can right now, and yet I'm kind of glad that it is done because, well, it's been going on for quite a very long time, and we all know that all things must come to an end, and it was inevitable that Naruto was going to end. So, that's enough talk right there. So, let's just talk about the chapters. So, 699. Naruto chapter 699, The Seal of Reconciliation. Basically, it opens up with more symbolism as we see the statue's hands of Hashirama and Madara doing the link like this. But on the second color page, you get to see Naruto and Sasuke, young Naruto and Sasuke, looking like they are also doing the hand sign together. It was just like how part one's fight ended in a way. Now, Kakashi and Sakura managed to catch up to Naruto and Sasuke, and Sakura instantly started healing their wounds. And now that since Sasuke is good, now he starts to apologize to Sakura, saying, "I'm sorry for everything up till now." You know what? He's got a hell of a lot to make up for Sakura for all the shit he had to put her and Naruto through. All the pain physically and emotionally and all that. But hey, Sasuke's good now, so yeah, I guess it's all good now, I guess. um but at least her reaction to this. She says you better damn well be. And then she says, Shanaro, you jerk, and starts crying. Um, so yeah, I think she's gonna forgive Sasuke, obviously, even though I don't want her to, but maybe she's not, that easily forgiven as of yet. It's a bit better than her love confession a couple chapters back, because at least he called Sasuke a jerk. Um, Now Kakashi was actually looking on and reminiscing over the times when he first met Team 7. And then he says finally they're back, and he pulls down the headband for some reason, which I don't understand because he doesn't have the Sharingan anymore. So unless he's doing that because symbolic or something, or maybe because he was crying, I honestly have no idea. Then we finally get some narration text from Sasuke, but I'm not gonna read all of it. Maybe or maybe not at all, but you guys probably know if you've read the chapter. You probably know what it says. So the Infinite Tsukiyomi has finally been dispelled. I mean, it's about goddamn time, and I guess all they really had to do was just create the infamous hand sign, this hand sign. That's all they had to do, and that's all that it took to deactivate the Infinite Tsukiyomi. Something so simple, yet we had to go through the fight and Sasuke's revolution, but in the end it was futile because Naruto won, of course. Yeah, so everyone is freed, and here's the thing, and we get to see everyone, even those from the various villages, even Aruka. He finally appeared after God knows how long, and he's still back in Turtle Island. We even see Orochimaru and Kabuto, and I gotta ask, what's gonna happen with them? I know that they're good now, but these guys are still wanted criminals. They have done some terrible things back in the past, way worse than Sasuke. So they cannot get away with this scot free. They have to either be arrested or something. I don't know, because I if they do get away scot free, I'm gonna be friggin' pissed, honestly. Um, and funny thing is, we actually get to see Yamato. Sorry, I got a cough. We finally see Yamato, and yes, he is alive, and Swirly Zetsu is now dead. And honestly, I don't see what the point is with Swirly Zetsu. I mean, I guess it's to like for Kishi to say why the rest of the Allied Shinobi forces weren't like appearing as of late, but it just still came out completely out of nowhere. Swirly Zetsu being alive, we don't know like what the hell he was doing all this time. I mean, he was with Obito, so what the hell happened? And also the freaking Buddha statue. I'm sorry, that was like one of the things that really did irk me about that. Oh, and also, Darui, thanks to Tenten's help, managed to free Samui and Atsui. I'm surprised I still remember their names. Yeah, so they're free. Um, Most of the time, it's just basically like jump cuts to like various different scenes and brief time skips, pretty short ones, but they're still like jump cuts to various scenes. And yeah, the war is now done. No one else to fight, even though you know Orochimaru and Kabuto, they're still a bit questionable, but I guess they're good now. Whatever. I mean, Kabuto I can understand because Infinite Tsukiyomi, but Orochimaru is just ugh. Oh, and the nine Bijus are now free, and I guess they forgive Sasuke for trapping them inside the Chibaku Tenseis. Okay, that's fine. Um, then we jump cut to a funeral back in Konoha where they're mourning the loss of everyone that has died in the war. Well, basically in Konoha, the Konoha ninjas that did die in the war, and the only grave that we see is Neji's. Well, to be honest, it just looks like a regular old grave, and the text was like so small, but luckily thanks to manga stream translation they translated it to Hyuga Neji. And the funny thing is we see a panel of Ino, Shigemaru, and Choji, and yet and then the next panel we just cut to Neji's grave. Where are Inoichi and Shikaku's graves? We only see Neji's grave, and honestly if you think about it, in this entire goddamn war, Neji was like the only major minor character that died in this entire war arc. I mean, okay, I guess you can count Ino and Shikamaru's dads, Inoichi and Shikaku, but Neji was part of the Konoha 12. I'm just saying, like, it was the only major casualty that we had. And of course, we have Naruto and Hinata mourning their loss as well. And in the next page, boom, just like that, Kakashi's now the Rokudaime Hokage. There, it's confirmed. Danzo is not the sixth Hokage. Fuck that guy. So yeah, Kakashi, just like that, he's Hokage, and they even added the mask on his on the stone face in the Hokage monument. And then we see Sasuke, who's about to go on his road to redemption by wandering and seeing the world. The reason why he's not actually sentenced to life in prison was thanks to Naruto and of course Kakashi as the sixth Hokage. So, and not only that, but all of his actions were pardoned because he helped assist defeating Madara and Obito and dispelling the Infinite Tsukiyomi. Which, okay, I had a feeling that was gonna happen, and part of me still doesn't want that to happen. I still wanted Sasuke to like suffer the consequences of his actions, or at least like go through some sort of punishment. But I guess this is actually some sort of way to as a punishment, him like wandering the world as a Ronin, a wandering ninja, just to see what the world is like. It's basically his way to make up for all the crimes he committed in a way. At least he's not staying in Konoha, that's for sure. I mean, I had a feeling that was going to happen. And and for those of you guys wondering like what was going to happen with Naruto and Sasuke's arms, Tsunade was going to make an artificial arm using Senju DNA, Hashirama's cells, of course. So basically, in a nutshell, kind of like a Zetsu arm. Although I do wonder like why Naruto's arm was bandaged. Maybe because it's still fragile or something. I don't know. But Sasuke's like leaving before he can get his own arm. Um, I was wondering why he couldn't like wait till he gets the artificial arm, but I guess no, he's just gonna go. And then okay, Sakura, I don't know, because after everything that Sasuke put her through, she still loves him. She still wants that Uchiha D. I'm not gonna lie, because in like one panel, she says, "What if I asked you to take me with you?" I'm like, really, Sakura? Really? Because okay, I know there are like some people that like support Sasusaku, which spoiler alert, in the next chapter it officially happens. Sorry guys, and good job, Sasusaku fans, congratulations and all that. But this has got to be one of the most dysfunctional relationships I've ever read in shonen because I mean we've seen Sakura's love towards Sasuke. I mean, it started off as a crush, it eventually grew into love, I guess we can possibly assume. And yet, even though Sasuke tried to kill her multiple times, 3 times, and yet she still loves him. And previously, in the previous chapters, Sasuke said that he couldn't understand why she would still love him, and he even said he's not interested in her. And I guess now he's starting to get an interest in her because seriously, like what the fuck? I mean, Kishimoto, look, if you have wrote Sasusaku better in this entire manga series, at least like seeing what Sasuke officially thought about Sakura. I guess, deep down he still cares about her. Okay, fine. At least do a better job writing it because this is actually the one pairing that I cannot fully support. If it was written better, then maybe I would. I'm sorry, guys. If you guys like it, that's fine. Whatever. Me, I don't like it because of how incredibly dysfunctional it is and how baffling Sakura can still fall in love with a guy that tried to kill her multiple times and make her go through so much pain. I'm just saying, is it really worth it? Apparently it is. Well, anyway, Sasuke brushed her off, but he goes up to her because, oh, by the way, he said that his sins had nothing to do with her, even though he tried to kill her 3 times. I'm just saying. Okay. He actually does the Itachi forehead poke on her, and he says, "I'll see you when I'm back, and thank you." Which, okay, I guess that counts as a nice moment in a way out of the entire goddamn series. I mean, I think that's like one of the few times he's ever been nice to her. So, but before he does leave, he sees Naruto, who's about to say goodbye to him in a way. And then we get the narration text, which I'm gonna read. If I could just hurry up and load already. Ugh. Okay. As my friend, you fought me to stop me, to the point that you lost an arm, and thanks to you, I was saved. Next page. Hurry the fuck up and load. We would we who used to quibble and fight over every little thing are now able to share the pain in each other's hearts. You know what? I'm going a bit off topic here. All this drama and the tension and all the stuff we see in between Naruto and Sasuke, it could have been like easily resolved if they just like put aside their stubbornness and jealousy, if they just like talked to each other. That's all it could have been done to solve all this. Just talk to each other, but it's not that simple. Obviously not. Anyway, during my journey around the world, I thought to myself that this feeling might not exist just between us, but it might apply to even more things, bigger, greater things. But not everyone is able to do the things you can, and it probably won't always go as planned either. Just a look at how we turned out. And with bigger things, it'll only get harder. And it turns out that Naruto still has Sasuke's old headband, and he's like returning to it. I'm surprised it's still intact because Naruto's old headband wasn't. But yeah, he's returning. He's returning it to Sasuke, saying that he'll hold on to this until they can finally return and settle things between them. I guess there's still some tension between the guys because I thought that everything was already settled between them. But then again, this is their rivalry, so maybe they're gonna like have an actual official good guy fight. I don't know, but yeah, that's basically where the chapter ends with Sasuke getting his old headband back. Um, Honestly, I thought this chapter was okay. I mean, it was kind of nice, but everything happened like so quick. And I understand because there's like 2 chapters left. We gotta like tie in some of the loose ends. I mean, if Tsukiyomi's now freed and all that, but um, there's still some questions that I really wish that could have been answered, which obviously they might be answered in the last Naruto movie. Like, what is going to happen with Orochimaru and Kabuto? I still want to know that. And it seems that he's not going with Jugo, and Sasuke's not going with Jugo, so we get to Kai. And what's going to happen with those three? Well, actually, two, because Karin is a bitch. I hate her. Um, but I thought the chapter was nice. Not gonna lie, but I think 700 is a bit better. But I understand this is an epilogue, but sometimes usually epilogues raise a lot more questions. Like makes you wonder, how did this happen? When did this happen? How is this person like this? And I did like the narration text with Sasuke. So yeah, it's a kind of nice chapter. And not gonna lie, it is actually a nice chapter to end the official war arc. 700 is an epilogue, but I really did like this narration text at the final page. I think it's a lot like faith, to keep believing, trying, and enduring until we finally become able. Because people entrust us to their hopes and rely on us to carry on it. Perhaps that is what makes us ninjas. So you know what? This is actually, yeah, nice end. So next is 700, which is an official all colored pages on the chapter. It's basically an epilogue of what happened after that war arc, which, judging from how old the characters are now, they could be like 10. It could have been like a 10-year time skip, probably more. I don't know. I don't know the exact date of when the chapters of when this chapter took place. But first off, we get to see an Albarame teaching a couple of kids in the academy, and what really caught me off guard was it was Shino. Because Shino has like this big visor, Cyclops visor for some reason. I mean, I liked Shino's design in the last Naruto movie. When I saw him like this, I'm like, what? Really? And of course it's obviously Shino because he always says because, and he's always like getting interrupted. So yeah. So yeah, Shino is now an academy teacher just like Iruka. So I guess good for you, Shino, in a way. But we get to see one of the academy students, and of course, it's Naruto's kid. It's freaking Naruto. He looks so much like him. He even has his hair and his eyes, although a different hairstyle. And of course, just like Naruto, he's loud and pulls off pranks. The funny thing is, his name is Bolt. Which, according to the translation note, Bolt is like the bolt on his neck, but in Japanese, the name Boruto, one character difference from Naruto. So it's like Naruto, but with the B-O, Boruto. And some of you guys are probably wondering, like, why did Naruto name his son Bolt? Well, I think this is an homage to Neji because Neji is Japanese, I believe, for screw, and screw and bolt are basically like the same thing. So but instead of calling him Neji, he calls him Boruto or Bolt. Although I thought that he was gonna get like a namesake, to an homage to like Jiraiya or Minato. I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been Obito. I'm just saying. But no. Jokes aside, actually, if Harry Potter can name his kid Albus Severus Potter, then sure, why not? Why not Naruto have like a child named Obito? Now we see this black-haired girl. I'm not gonna, which I'm not gonna say who it is, not yet, but she has glasses. So $50. So yeah, but obviously Uchiha. It's a freaking Uchiha because I'm calling it just because of how she was looking. So yeah, Sasuke has a kid, and you know what? I might as well just say who it is. This girl is Sakura's child. Yeah, so Sakura and Sasuke hooked up finally. So yeah, Sasuke is officially canon. Yay, whatever. But actually, what caught me off guard and made me kind of laugh, even though I didn't want to, because it kind of made me look a jerk. Her name is Salad. Who the hell names their kid Salad? Okay, granted, in Japanese it's supposed to be Sarada or Salada, but the translation comes off as salad. I mean, I mean, okay, if they have like another child, I mean, are they gonna name their child Steak or Dressing, or better yet, my personal favorite, Caesar? But yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm like, Sakura, why would you name your kid Salad? That's what I don't get. In fact, some of the names actually for the next generation seemed kind of like in a way, but understandable. Um, so we actually get to see the new Inoshika Cho, and this pairing, I am so glad it happened because I 100% support this, and I think it's actually one of the few pairings that make the most sense to me. Not because of like of how they, not because of they're not because of, oh, what was I gonna say? Actually, it is just because of how they were interacting with each other. Shikamaru and Tamari hooked up. Yay! Yes, that's what I wanted. And I'm so glad. And they also have a child named Shikadai. I think that's his full name. I'm not sure. I I'm reading it along while I'm doing this, but he looks like Shikamaru, but he has Tamari's eyes, and he even has Shikamaru's catchphrase "mendokse" or troublesome or bothersome. Um, and yeah, apparently this event is going on during the Five Kage Summit arc, which is being held in Konoha. Um, sorry. Which funny thing is, Bolt is trying to pull a prank during this event, but we get to see the other two of the Inoshika Cho group, and yeah, you can instantly tell that the child of Ino is also, she also looks so much like Sai. You can tell it's like Sai with blonde hair, and honestly, that's kind of weird to me. I don't know why, but it kind of is. Maybe it's the pale skin with the yellow hair. But at least he has sorry, I cannot talk right now. He's got Ino's eyes and his hair, and yeah, Ino hooked up with Sai. Honestly, they only like had like what, one interaction with each other, but that was like but that was because Sai was like trying to become good friends with everyone, trying to learn how to be a better friend or something. Uh, um, they only had like one moment. I swear they did, and okay, yeah, it's officially canon. Sai is officially canon, but then we get to oh, by the way, I forgot to mention his name. His name is Inojin, and we get to see Choji's kid, and yeah, he hooked up with one of the females from Kumo, and honestly, which is actually, you can tell it's someone from Kumo because think about it, the only black people in the world of Naruto reside in Kumo. Do you ever see any other black person in any other village? I'm not trying to be like racist or anything. Wait, can I be racist even though I'm black? But I'm just saying. And oh, and this pairing caught me completely off guard. It is Choji and Karui. When the fuck did that happen? Because they never shared like one sentence of dialogue with each other, let alone had like one panel or better yet, one scene if you count the anime together. And yeah, they hooked up and had a child named Chocho, which is like Karui, except that she's got some weight, and I think he's got Choji's hair. And she also has Karui's attitude because when Inojin called her fatty, she's like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm fat. Deal with it. Which funny because Choji would always get really pissed when someone calls him fat. Um, which okay, and I keep getting off topic here. It's just there's like a lot to comprehend in this chapter. Yeah, Shikacho had to like train, but Chojo, yeah, that's her name, Chocho, doesn't want to because she has arrangements with Anko, who we see, and she's gained some weight. Um, which kind of really surprised me off guard because caught me off guard because I liked Anko at the beginning because I thought she was going to be a cool female character, but she got the shaft during the time skip, and now we get to see her and she gained some weight, which I don't have a problem with. It's just I wish Anko could have like got to do more in these chapters, but no, she didn't, which kind of sucks, really. Um, so yeah, Shikadai doesn't want to go training because he's like father like son, and all that's left is uh all that's left is Inoji, and he goes off to train. The next page, which officially confirms it, which it was obviously spoiled because of the whole Naruto the Last Movie news, but it's official. Narahina is canon. Hinata finally got her man, and I'm really glad. But I gotta be honest here, their relationship wasn't written very well. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, their moments, the moments between Naruto and Hinata, the only times they've ever interacted with each other was during the tuning exams back in part one, and that one final moment, I guess you count it, at the final chapter. In Shippuden, it's actually probably a bit more, but that's saying much because I mean, let's think about it. They met once. They had their like reunion once, and Hinata fainted. And the only other time they get to be together, not as like a team, was during the Sasuke and Itachi arc when they were like teamed up to like find more info on the Akatsuki when they ran into Kabuto. And then after that, the only other like infamous scene, of course, is the confession during the Pain Invasion arc. And Naruto gets it. I guess he thought about her like 2, 3 more times if you count it in canon material, but he never said anything to Hinata for over 130 chapters. Yeah, he was preoccupied with Sasuke, but if he had time to go to Konohamaru and congratulate him on defeating one of the pain bodies with a tiny Rasengan, by the way, I'm pretty sure he would have had time to at least go to Hinata and say thank you for risking your life to save mine. I wasn't expecting him to like instantly fall in love with Hinata or anything. Just say a thank you at least. That's what really pissed me off about that. And then of course they finally met after 130 chapters over that during the war, and at least there was like 1, 2, 3 moments. I mean, of course, the infamous moment where Hinata managed to knock some sense into Obito, not Obito, sorry, Naruto when right after Neji died, and of course Obito was saying all these things to Naruto. Um, it's just, and honestly, I am glad that Hinata and Naruto did hook up. I actually did want that to happen, even though I stopped caring about the pairings because it got to the point where it really pissed me off and got incredibly ridiculous. But I just wish that it could have been written better, honestly, just like with Sasusaku. But I actually like Narahina more than Sasusaku. And I guess how they hooked up finally, that will be explained in Naruto the Last Movie. Um but hey, yeah, Naruto and Hinata finally have like kids. One is Bolt. The other one is their daughter named Himawari, and honestly, she looks adorable. I actually like her look. It's basically Hinata's hair but more wild, and of course Naruto's eyes, and I think she's got her face but more like, actually no, it looks like he's got Naruto's face. I don't know, but apparently those whiskers are genetic. I guess it's passed down if you're a Jinchuriki of Kurama. I guess that's it. And they're actually visiting Neji's grave, giving him some sunflowers. So yeah, I actually like Naruto and Hinata's kids. At least they look pretty nice. And then we cut to freaking Rock Lee training and talking about the springtime of youth. I freaking love Rock Lee. And I don't know if this is his kid. I want to say that it is his kid, but for all we know, this could be another one of his proteges who's trying to like dress up like Lee, become more like Lee, just like with Lee and Guy. If this is his kid, then he obviously must have hooked up with Tenten, because like who else is Lee gonna hook up with if not with Sakura? I mean, it's got to be like Tenten. Although I thought that Tenten was gonna hook up with Neji, but Neji's dead, so whatever. And I, even though like Rock Lee didn't get a lot of screen time, I still like Lee. I still like him. I just wish he could have like got to do more in the time skip. I thought he was gonna do more, but no. During the war, at least. And speaking of Tenten, we actually cut to her in her weapons shop, which is not doing so well because everything has been pretty peaceful. Um, this is actually something that I do not understand why she has this. She has three of the Rikudo sending weapons: the gourd, the rope, and the fan in her weapons shop. And there's actually a sign that says "Not for sale." Those do not belong in a weapon shop. They belong in like a vault or a museum, because what if like someone tries to rob them and use them? Granted, they have to have a hell of a lot of chakra, but I'm just saying, like, why? Okay, so we see Bolt sauntering off, and of course he's being stalked by Salad. I still can't get over his name. And we cut to Shika Dai. We cut to Shika Dai, who comes home and sees her mom Tamari, and of course we see Gara, and I like Gara, I really do, but I don't like his hairstyle. I'm sorry, it's just it looks. I liked his old spiky hair. Hell, I didn't mind his hairstyle for the last Naruto movie. But god damn it! But hey, it was cool seeing Gara again. Obviously he's there because of Five Kage Summit, and we even get to see Kankuro, which is funny because we haven't seen Kankuro ever since his fight with Deidara, Sasori, and Shin, Sai's brother. We've never actually seen him like in the entire crowd when they were like fighting against like the Jubi, Obito, and Madara, and he's got a different face paint. Yeah, that's cool. And we cut to Kiba, who has all these dogs. I'm assuming this is the Unuzuka compound. And he's trying to hit it off with this one girl. I don't know who the hell this girl is. I honestly do not know. And he did say that the seventh Hokage stepped down on his own, which is weird because the seventh, spoiler alert, is Naruto. So Naruto stepped down. He's retiring. I don't get it. I think it was a mistranslation because I think it's supposed to be like the sixth Hokage. And honestly, Kiba's looks actually is not bad. I'm not a huge Kiba fan, but especially when he ever does some because he does some stupid stuff. But Kiba was okay, and I do like his new look. It looks kind of cool. But we see Akamaru, and he's gotten so old, which is so sad. I know. I mean, dogs age quicker than humans, but still, old Akamaru is just. I'm like so sad. I'm like, why? um. Okay, the next moment, of course, we see Sai, Ino, Kari, and Choji. Again, how the fuck did that happen? Choji and Kari, I want to know how that happened. Um, yeah, basically, Ino's pissed that they're skipped out on training, except Ino Jin actually shows up, but he's actually afraid because they're pissed. In the next scene, we get to see Asuma and Kunai's child, which we haven't seen Kunai in goddamn so long. Like, unless you count that like one panel flashback during the fight between Team 10, the original Team 10 against their sensei. I guess you count that, but I don't know if this is like a daughter. I think it's a daughter. They had a daughter, and I thought it was cool seeing Asuma's kid, especially when he was like or he, I don't know, I think it's a she, paying respects to Asuma. I miss Asuma. He was cool. Then he got killed, and we see Kurenai, who's gotten older, I must say. And honestly, I wished Kurenai could have gotten to do more, just like with Anko, because I thought she would have been a pretty cool Kunoichi. I mean, her being a Genjutsu mistress and all that, I think that was her nickname. But no, she got knocked up and she got pushed aside, which honestly, I didn't mind that she was having Asuma's child. I just wish she could have like got to do more before that happened. By the way, the child was going on an escort mission just to see the predecessor of the Hokage, which is Kakashi, and we see him hanging out with Guy at their home. I'm assuming. I honestly have no idea. And they obviously got a holder, and of course, we do not see Kakashi's face. The entire time, we do not get to see his face, which is either a good or a bad thing. Because, yeah, I do want to know what he looks like, but you know what? It's alright. I'm okay with it. I mean, at least it keeps the mystery going. And as for Guy, I honestly thought Guy was gonna die. I honestly wanted him to die because, I thought, this would give some more character development for Lee. Just like, when Asuma died, it gave him better character development for, not sorry, Shikamaru, and a bit of Choji during the war. And then Naruto had to come in and heal him, and I'm like, I was a bit annoyed with that. But on the other hand, at least there was some sort of repercussion that he suffered after unleashing the eight gates. He's now in a wheelchair, obviously because of the huge, massive chakra strain, and he can't walk anymore because his leg is now a cast. I think that was the leg that turned into ash. Um, which is funny. They were actually reminiscing, and obviously they do look older. I don't know how old they are now. I mean, they were in their 30s during, I believe, part 1 and part 2, so they must have been like in their 40s by now, which I didn't think they would look that older in a way. But yeah, they're actually reminiscing. Some places of to go to that gives them fond memories. Guy was gonna mention about the place that they first fought, which I'm trying to remember. Maybe it was like a forest or something. I don't know. I don't think they never mentioned it because we cut to, I believe it's either Kumo or Iwagakure. I have no idea, but we see the former Kages. A has gotten older, along with Tsunade, Mei, and Onoki. Onoki is still alive. I cannot believe that, and he looks so goddamn old. He's got to be like around 100 by now, maybe older. I don't know, but Tsunade. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Tsunade looks younger than she used to, because she's obviously using that jutsu and all that. But I was actually hoping we get to see an older Tsunade in terms of appearance, but no, she's still keeping up that jutsu. And speaking of Tsunade, where the fuck is Orochimaru? What the hell? Like, I still don't know what the hell happened to him and Kabuto. They never showed them. Hell, we don't even know what happened with like Jugo, Suigetsu, and Karin. I thought that Sasuke was gonna go with them, but then again, he has to go on his own because this is his road to redemption and all that. Um, Oh yeah. So yeah, I rant over on that. May, I think May's not bad, even though I think she might have gotten a little more chubby. I can't tell honestly. Then we cut to Kubo in the waterfall, and we get to see Killer Bee, who's also obviously gotten older, and he still has Gyuki sealed inside him, which is like him and Kurama are like the only not Jinchuriki, Bijus that we see. What happened to the rest of the Bijus? I mean, obviously they get to roam off. They get to like be free. And obviously Gyuki chose to stay with Killer Bee, which I'm assuming he survived somehow because of the tentacle. I guess he left a portion. Gyuki left a portion of his chakras to keep him alive. And okay, which is fine. And he's still the usual rapping kind of guy. I still like Killer Bee. I mean, seriously, when he first appeared, I thought it was freaking badass. But now, I know a lot of people might not like him anymore, but I still like him. He was actually considering going to visit Naruto, but since Naruto is incredibly busy because he's the Hokage, the seventh Hokage. Uh, I still wish we could have seen the Bijus, or if they've actually gotten their own Jinchurikis by now, but no. Then we get to see the Hokage's office. And by the way, Naruto has a freaking laptop. This always bugged the hell out of me. Like, what kind of timeline is this taking place in? Because it's like a mix of the Edo era with technology. And he's got a laptop, so I guess technology evolved greatly in this series. I don't know. And Shizune is still there. She's still being the assistant. And I guess Naruto's so busy from work, he's starting to become late in his own Kage summit. And we even see Shikamaru. He's rocking that goatee, and I thought his appearance looked pretty cool. Then we get to see Udon and Moegi, which, honestly, I would have cared more, but considering that they didn't get to do much of anything, if you think about it, they were just there to hang out with Konohamaru. They were like his teammates, and we get to see Konohamaru, and I think he actually looks pretty nice. He still has that blue scarf, and he's now a Jonin, which, okay, that's pretty cool because I'm actually one of the few people that kind of liked Konohamaru, although granted, him being a pervert kind of like checked me off in a way. I mean, he was the one that introduced us to the infamous Yuri and Yaoi Jutsu, which, by the way, I was actually hoping that the Yaoi Jutsu was going to be animated, but just to see their reactions, because that would have been freaking hilarious. But no, that didn't happen. their appearance actually seems all right, and they're actually there to inform them that Bolt is causing some trouble. And like father, like son, he was writing graffiti on the Hokage's faces. Actually, 5 of them. He didn't write on Kakashi's, or maybe he did, but he didn't, or maybe he did it, but we don't see it, or better yet, he didn't in terms because he respects Kakashi. I don't know, but his is what he wrote on their faces. Um, Hashirama wrote for Hashirama it was idiot. For Tobirama it was dork. For Sarutobi it was perv, which is kind of true if you think about it. For Minato it's geezer. Well, to be fair, he is Minato is Bolt's grandfather, and for Tsunade it was old hag, which I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny. And just like Naruto with Date Bayo and with Kushina with Date Bane, he has his own Date catchphrase. It's Date Basa. Which, by the way, people notice this and yet they don't even do anything to stop Bolt. But Naruto actually does, using the Shinshin Jutsu to like appear and stop Bolt. Obviously, give him a scolding and knock on the head. But the thing is, with Naruto, he did this to gain attention from the village because he was been alone and nobody acknowledged him. Bolt's case, he did this to gain Naruto's attention because Naruto has been so busy that he was kind of not spending much time with his own kids, which I guess it's understandable. But Naruto's case, I actually thought Naruto's case was a bit better, and we see Naruto's look, and honestly, I didn't mind his short hairstyle in this. I mean, when I first saw it in the teaser trailer of the last Naruto movie, it just came off kind of like not so good. I think it was probably because of the headband, but here actually it's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. And I guess the Bull just wants Naruto to spend more time with him. Oh, and we see Iruka, who also looks older. I guess he's retired now as an academy teacher. Iruka. But no, seriously. I mean, if he wasn't there for Naruto, Naruto wouldn't have been the person he was now. Speaking of Naruto, he gives him, I guess, a talk saying that there will be times where he won't be able to have him as a father all to himself because as Hokage he has to protect the village, do his job, and he considers the village as his family. And he pats on his head and tells him that it must be hard for you, but you gotta learn to go through with it, endure it, because you're a ninja too. This kind of comes off as either a good or a bad speech because I know he's telling him like, hey son, I know I'm not going to be able to spend more time with you, but you gotta endure because you're a ninja. Can't he just like arrange more time to spend with his kids? I'm just saying, but I guess it's supposed to be like a nice moment between father and son. Okay, so after that, Konohamaru scolds Naruto, and we see Salad coming home to Sakura, her mother. It actually doesn't look bad. Actually looks pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. She tells Sakura that boys are really stupid, and obviously I'm calling it now. Bolt and Salad together. I'm so calling it now, but I swear to God, if they're gonna have like a rivalry relationship, it's like just like Naruto and Sasuke, I don't know how I'm gonna take it. I hope it's better because so she wouldn't like end up like follow the same footsteps as Sasuke. I'm just saying, but hey, for all we know, they might be the next successors of Indra and Astra. For all we know, and they're actually able to understand each other. Actually, sorry, I keep calling him he. She understands Bolt because they have some things in common, at least when it comes to Papa, especially when it comes to their dads. And yeah, she inherited Sakura's catchphrase Shanaro, and yet even though she looks more like a female Sasuke, I thought like her mother was kind. That would have been freaking hilarious, by the way. But yeah, yet she has to wear glasses. I thought Uchihas have to have good eyesight or something. I mean, it's obvious that she has the Sharingan, which by the way, do Hinata and Naruto's kids have the Byakugan? Because it doesn't look like they do. Maybe they can still use the Byakugan. I mean, it is a Kekkei Genkai after all. And of course we see Sasuke, and he looks. And I'm not gonna lie, his look actually looks pretty nice, and he kind of resembles a bit more like Madara. And he assumes that he sees something or sense something behind the tree, but it turns out it was nothing. 50 Bucks says it's Karin stalking him or Orochimaru and Kabuto stalking him. That would have been hilarious. Which, by the way, I still want to know what the hell happened to those two. I'm just saying. Um, but from what I can tell, it seems that Sasuke, from what it looks like, Sasuke eventually returned. I don't know if he got a prosthetic arm now, but his Rinnegan eye seems to be covered. At least I think that's his Rinnegan eye. I'm not sure. But he doesn't have the Sharingan or Rinnegan activated for what we don't see. For all we know, he must have appeared back in Konoha a couple years later. Obviously, Sasuke and Sakura fucked, and they had a daughter, and yet Sasuke went back on his journey. Doesn't that kind of make Sasuke a deadbeat dad in a way? But that's what I'm interpreting as of right now. He's still doing his road to redemption, I guess. I mean, we don't even know. For all we know, he might have returned and officially stayed for good, or maybe he is returning to Konoha and he's gonna stay there. I don't know. Again, this epilogue kind of raises a lot of questions. Okay, now we finally get to see the other Kages. Of course, we have Gaara with his bodyguard Kankuro. He's still Kazekage. The new Raikage is Darui, which kind of surprised me, but I thought it was pretty nice. And we see Omoe as his bodyguard as well. Kurotsuchi, I believe that's her name, is now the Tsuchi Kage, and I think we got Akatsuchi as her bodyguard. And we don't get to see the bodyguard of the Mizukage, but the Mizukage is Chojiro, one of the former, I guess, Seven Swordsmen of the Mist. He was that one guy that slices like that's it. So yeah, he's a Kage now. So that's neat. And of course, they're like chastising Naruto for being late, but they're gonna get their meeting started, and we get to the final page. We see Naruto, which, by the way, the title of the page, the title of this final chapter is called Uzumaki Naruto, and we see his face, and I don't know what he wrote. Oh wait, there it is. Okay, Bolt wrote on his face, "Shitty old man" and "moron." Which I thought was kind of funny. And actually, what makes it even hilarious is that on the headband, this is like Kishi's homage to One Piece. The Jolly Roger symbol, the straw hat symbol on the headband, which I thought was really it caught me completely off guard. Which funny thing is, Oda actually did a bit of an homage to Kishimoto's series by on the title, where you get to see an outline of Naruto on the title. So yeah, and we even get to see Konoha, which actually flourished as a village. Actually, it's no longer a village; it's a city, because we get to see skyscrapers and buildings like behind the Hokage monument. So yeah, Konoha evolved greatly. And of course, we see Kurama is like just sleeping. It's nice. Actually, it officially ends with this narration text, and of course this one drawing, which looks pretty cool. And this is just like how it first began when we got the bit of a prologue of the Kyuubi and how it was sealed inside Naruto. Here it says this: once upon a time there was a great fox spirit with 9 tails. The fox was sealed away inside a ninja child, and over the long passing of time together, the two became close. A new terror came in the form of the 10 tails, the Jubi, being revived, but the child had become a real ninja, and together with the fox spirit, they became one and were able to seal the 10 tails away. The boy with the fox spirit sealed inside him was the son of the 4th Hokage. He is now known as the 7th Hokage. And of course, it finally officially ends with the text saying, "Thank you for your loving support for our beloved story of over these 15 years." So yeah, that is the end of the chapter. It's finally done, and honestly, I liked 700 more than I did with 699. I thought 700 was a pretty nice epilogue. We get to see how the characters are doing right now. Basically, everyone hooked up, except Shino. We don't know if he does hook up with anyone, and Choji, we have no freaking clue. Gaara hasn't hooked up with anyone. Neither has Kankuro, but at least that's what I can probably assume. But this epilogue, this final chapter, actually raises some questions that I really wish that we could have like got them answered. There are still some loose ends that could have been tied, but there obviously some of them might be tied in Naruto the last movie. Um, I'm not gonna lie, Naruto, it's been a hell of a series to read, and I know I mentioned the flaws. It has a lot of flaws in this, and most of them I believe like resided around during the war arc. But I didn't mind the time skip. It's just the war arc that really kind of ticked me off. And of course, some of its flaws involved were, the lack of character development for some of the characters that deserved it. Way too much focus on some of the clans, like the Uchiha and the Senju clans, which I get it, but I really wanted to learn more about the other clans, like the Hyugas and the rest of the other clans as well. Which is a shame that we didn't get that. We didn't get Kaguya's backstory, unfortunately. Well, more about it. But from what has been said, according to Madara and Black Zetsu is also another flaw because he would not shut the hell up. And of course, we lacked any information about Hamura, Hagoromo's brother. I mean, we thought we were going to learn something about him, but no. And of course, Kaguya as the final villain, I did not like it at all. And you know what? Yeah, even though I mentioned many of the flaws, and it granted this has been like one bumpy ride, reading this series and reviewing it, I still hold Naruto dear in my heart because I've been following this series for, I'd say, almost 10 years. And granted, it's not officially done yet because there's still the anime, there's still the movie, and we got an announcement that there's going to be a new Naruto series. It's a short compilation series, probably continuing a spin-off sequel to the series. But I heard that it's someone else writing it. It's written by the author who wrote Gutsy, Ninja Story, Blood Prison, and Thunderclap Story. I know Blood Prison because that was the movie. So I'm a bit wary if this is going to be like good or bad because this isn't Kishimoto who's writing it. But the guy's name is Akira Higashiyama, so maybe this might be good. And honestly, if this guy can like tie in some of the loose ends that, or like answer some of the questions that were kind of raised in these last two chapters, then I'll be glad. Maybe I'll review it. I don't know, maybe. But the first one is going to be about Kakashi's story, so that'll be neat. Not only that, but there's also going to be a novel version of the last Naruto the movie, which is going to be created by Masashi Kishimoto. So I guess that's obviously going to be canon. That's going to be coming out in the spring, I believe. So yeah, the manga is now officially done. Yet Naruto series as a whole, it's not over yet. There's still all of this happening, and even though the manga is still done. Yeah, I know, but I still hold Naruto dear in my heart because this is one of the first series that truly got me into like manga and anime in general. It's not the first anime or manga that I've ever read and watched, but it's actually kind of like my gateway to seeing other animes and seeing reading other manga. I mean, am I sad that it's done? The manga? I was a bit, but I came to accept that it has to end. And part of me is kind of glad that it is end, but I don't want the series to be milked, incredibly milked. But knowing how successful Naruto has been, even despite its flaws, it's obviously going to happen. But yeah, it's done. I don't know what else to say, but it's been one hell of a ride. And yeah, even though there have been some plenty flaws of this series, but I still enjoy this series a lot. And I still hold it very dear to my heart. I'm not going to lie. There have been majority of good moments, but there's also been some bad moments as well. But yeah, this is actually, so we'll say goodbye to Naruto, the manga. So sorry, I cannot speak because I guess I'm still comprehending that it's done because I used to like read this on a weekly basis. Now I'm not gonna be able to. Probably not until I guess until the movie comes out, and of course until spring comes out with the short series. Which, by the way, people are saying it's called a part 3, but if this was a part 3, this would have been an ongoing manga series, but it's not. I'm calling it a spin-off sequel because that's what it basically is. Because Kishimoto is not the one writing it, so it's technically not part 3. But yeah, goodbye Naruto. Goodbye manga. You've been quite a series to read. And honestly, I've enjoyed the majority of it. Even though I'm not gonna lie, it kind of frustrated me a bit in this. So I guess we'll just go to some of the questions for any guys who are having any questions. Let's see. Lol, salad. Yeah, I know. I can't believe that Sakura and Sasuke's daughter is called Salad. It's supposed to be Sarada, but it comes off as salad. Jackie vs. White. Sasusaku is still a better love story than Twilight. That is debatable. I don't know if I'd call it go that far, but I guess yeah. Actually, no. No, actually, yeah, I agree with you. Sakura is the worst female character in Naruto history. Edit. Forgot about Kaguya. Okay, well, to be fair, granted, I'm trying to like Sakura, but there are times where I cannot stand her. And I'm not gonna, but I don't think she's the worst female character in Naruto history. That goes to Kari, and maybe Kaguya because, well, Kaguya actually is the worst villain because, well, you all know why. But yeah, a lot of people don't like Sakura. I understand why. You could say Sasuke is walking the road to ninja. Yeah, I get it. Road to ninja. Yeah, nice, Rose Nakahara. Naruto's answer was terrible. The third Hokage had faith in Orochimaru, and look what happened to him. Well, okay. To be fair, yeah. You probably should have had so much faith in Orochimaru, but to be fair, Sasuke is a bit better than Orochimaru. I'm just saying. Still, I wish we got to know like what happened with Orochimaru. I mean, honestly, cause are we ever gonna know? Are we? Then again, I mean, at least Naruto is actually maintaining the peace between the villages. I mean, I guess being Hokage is all it took. And honestly, I'm glad that the chapter ended with Naruto being Hokage, because at least Naruto got his dream. Bolt's middle name is the coolest guy, Obito. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Harry Potter named his son Albus Severus Dumbledore, but to be fair, Severus was actually a better developed character than Obito. I'm just saying, but if Harry can do that, why not Obito? But I don't know if he has a name. Oh, hey, Jabberwock, what's up? Lunar, are you going to resume the JoJo reactions once the Egypt arc starts? Oh. Okay. Complete segue to JoJo. Honestly, I've been getting like it's been a struggle doing the JoJo reaction videos. I still have them. I think I'll try to get them uploaded onto Google Drive maybe, but considering that they're all in HD, it might be a bit hard to get them uploaded. But JoJo reactions to Egypt arc, yeah, definitely. Maybe I'll do the same format as Samurai Champloo's doing, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know if I can actually post that onto YouTube. Maybe I'll try like Dailymotion. I'll try Google Drive. It's gonna be a bit hard, but I guess I can only do like I can like probably post maybe not audio only reaction videos. Maybe like just my reaction and just putting a timer. I don't know how you put a timer, by the way, on videos. That's still, but yeah, Jarwalks. I'm gonna do reactions to Egypt arc because yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I've actually I'm sorry, I have to really segue to JoJo here. I've already read the news about who the sixth stand user is. For what I know, it's a dog named Iggy. And I wanna like Iggy because I've heard of how a lot of JoJo fans like him. A lot of people like him, but he's a dog. And we all know that in JoJo, if you're an animal, or better yet, a dog, it doesn't end well. So I'm calling it now. Iggy's gonna be the first to die. And I want to like Iggy, but I know he's gonna die because he's a freaking dog, and this is JoJo we're talking about. Oh god damn it! But he's got two different character designs for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. Because I mean, one he kind of looks like a bulldog, Rottweiler. I don't know. Kind of looks like a a bulldog or something. It kind of looks like I don't know. I don't know like the different kinds of dogs. But in the next design, he kind of looks like a Chihuahua. Like, why did Araki change the design? That's what I want to know. But I did see the design of his stand, which, spoiler alert, it's the Fool, but it's obvious if you're like keeping track of the tarot cards, which leaves one for Dio, but I'm not gonna say who it is, but you all know who it is. It actually looks pretty cool. The Fool looks pretty cool. I don't know like what it can do, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing like what the stand can do with the Fool. It kind of looks like a robotic dog or a Digimon, which that'd be kind of cool. I've also noticed that like stands are starting to become more and more robotic and less more organic, like um, more android like and less like human like or animal like. But yeah, that's enough of JoJo. Oh, okay, here's another one. Imagine the orgy from all these new families. Don't like Lee's kid looks the same as other taijutsu boys. Well, he's supposed to resemble a lot like Lee, just like when Lee resembles a lot like Guy, so that's probably why he. But then again, we don't know if that really is Lee's kid. For all we know, it could have been like Lee and Guy. It could be a student that admires Lee greatly and starts to like dress up like him. For all we know. Stupid soccer slut. Of fucking course, Sasuke leaves them behind like he should. Dude, that's mean, but yeah, I can understand. But you don't like Sakura, so all right, fine. Nobody fucking says anything about Yamato. Just turns to ashes. Yeah, I just realized Yamato. We didn't see him in the freaking time skip in the epilogue of the final chapter. I mean, we see freaking Aruka, but not Yamato. But hey, Yamato's freaking alive. And as for orgies for all these new families, I don't know what else to say about that. I honestly don't know. Oh, I got another question. Is there any other shows you'll start reviewing? Well, since Naruto is done, I'm holding off new reviews from other series for now because I still got to catch up on some of the series I've been behind on reviewing, like Bleach. I'm almost done. Just got 3 more chapters to like record, and then I'll have them uploaded. There's still Naruto, and I know I'm way behind on Fairy Tail. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Cyberlinks, because I know you want me to review it, but yeah, once I get caught up with those ones, I'll probably review some of the other, I guess probably some new manga if I have like time to do it, because my time has been like pretty limited. There probably will be for the next few months, but I'm still gonna do reactions to Stars Crusaders. I know many of you guys want me like to react to like Tokyo Ghoul or Terraformars or Parasites. I want to do for Parasite, but that has been like hold off for quite a while. And as for like new manga, I've gotten a list of I've gotten a couple of options of what I want to review. Like there's Seven Deadly Sins. There's Magi. I was gonna do Kuroko no Basket, but that's already done. And I've heard that it also had a one bad arc as well, which kind of sucks because I thought Kuroko no Basket might have potential. What else? Well, I was recommended Terraformars. I was recommended Kingdom, Vagabonds, Tokyo Ghoul, and I was recommended to do JoJo Leon for some reason, but why? Because I have to catch up on the other series that I have to read. That is if they're not doing an anime reaction. That is if they're not doing an anime, which if it does, then I might react to it. I was also considering Hunter x Hunter, but that also has a lot of chapters too. But maybe I could do like a Gyms or Nations and just review them from the beginning. But again, I don't know. So there are some series that I'm considering reviewing, but for now they've been held off. Are there any other questions here? Any other questions? The children of Naruto are super cute. I'm happy for Hinata. Yeah, I'm happy for Hinata too, and I really do like Naruto's kids. They actually look pretty nice. Um, especially their daughter. She looks adorable. I am glad for Hinata to finally gotten a chance to hook up with Naruto. I still wish their relationship was better written. I still wish for that to happen. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if the new Team 7 consists of Sarada, Bolt, and maybe Hinawari and Konohamaru as their leader. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah, I can actually see that happening. But usually for most of the majority of the teams, it's usually two guys and a girl, and I'm assuming Hinawari is younger than Bolt, so she's probably not in the academy just yet. Maybe I don't know. Um, but then again, I don't know who else could possibly be in their team. I mean, it could happen. I mean, them as the new Team 7 and Konohamaru as their sensei. Oh wow, I wonder how that's gonna be. um, is that all the comments I'm getting? I'm gonna refresh a bit. Um, just see if there's any other comments. Um, do 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 do. Do do do. Da 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 da. Sorry for the delay. I'm glad people still are sticking around for reviewing this, but no, I think that's basically it for the comments. Okay. Um. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it right there. So you know what, Naruto as a whole, it's still a pretty enjoyable series, even though it has plenty of flaws, and I still wish Kishimoto could have like written it a bit better. But despite that, I've enjoyed it, and if I were to give it a rating, I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. I would have given it an 8, but or maybe a 9, but yeah, those were lowered to because of its flaws during the war arc. So 7.5 out of 10 definitely out of the series. I know many of you guys love this series, and I do for a certain extent, but for now, even with its flaws, I still hold it dear to my heart. I'm not gonna lie, and it's now done. So I think I'm gonna end it right there. So, and thank you guys for joining to my live reaction. Not reaction. Sorry, no, not reaction. Thank you for joining to my live review slash discussion of Naruto as a whole, in a way, and well, not as an entire series whole, but as I guess you could say my final thoughts so far of the series and my thoughts and review for the last two chapters. Honestly, it's not going to be the same with Naruto around since now there's only the big two left and Toriko. But it's been one hell of a ride. It's been bumpy, but the ending made it kind of worth it. Made it kind of worth going through all of it. So thank you, Kishimoto, for writing this series. And even though I am glad that you ended it, I am a bit sad, but as we all know, all good things must come to an end. And um, yeah, farewell, Naruto, and I'm glad you've achieved your dream to become Hokage. I'm gonna respond 27, and I will see you guys later. Bye.